It was a warm August afternoon in 1912 when 4-year-old Bobby Dunbar vanished while on a family trip near Swayze Lake, Louisiana. The Dunbars had been fishing, laughing, and enjoying the summer day. But when they turned around, Bobby was gone. In moments, a joyful outing turned into every parent's worst nightmare. For days, hundreds of volunteers searched the swamps and forests surrounding the lake. They drained ponds, cut through thick brush, and questioned travelers passing through the area. Despite their efforts, there was no trace of the missing boy. Newspapers across the South picked up the story, calling it the disappearance of little Bobby Dunbar. Weeks passed and hope began to fade, until 8 months later a child matching Bobby's description was found in Mississippi with a man named William Walters. Walters claimed the boy was not Bobby Dunbar but Bruce Anderson, the son of a woman who had once worked for his family. He said he'd been given permission to care for the child, but when the Dunbars saw the boy, they insisted it was their missing son. After a few days, the mother, Leslie Dunbar, broke down in tears and embraced him, convinced this was her Bobby. Walters was arrested, and the child returned home to a hero's welcome. The newspapers called it a miracle. The found boy was showered with gifts, and the Dunbars tried to resume life as normal. Walters, however, maintained his innocence, insisting he'd been wrongly accused and that the boy truly belonged to the Anderson family. His protests were ignored, and he was sentenced to prison, though he was later released. For years, the case was remembered as a story with a happy ending. A child found and a family reunited. But deep down, something never felt right. Some of the boy's features seemed slightly different, and he didn't recognize certain relatives. As time went on, whispers spread through town. Had the wrong child come home? Nearly a century later, in 2004, DNA testing provided the answer. Bobby Dunbar's granddaughter agreed to compare her family's DNA with that of the descendants of Bobby's supposed brother. The results stunned everyone. There was no genetic match. The boy raised as Bobby Dunbar was not related to the Dunbar family at all. He was, in fact, Bruce Anderson, the child William Walters had claimed all along. The real Bobby Dunbar's fate remains unknown. Whether he drowned that summer day, was kidnapped, or met some other end, no one will ever truly know. But the case became one of America's most famous identity mysteries. A story of loss, hope, and a truth uncovered generations too late. For the Dunbars and the Andersons, the story left behind more than confusion. It left a legacy about how grief can cloud judgment and how the search for answers can sometimes lead us farther from the truth.